Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Combat 2 by Compass Games, designed by Ross Mortel. We are into the setup for our next mission, which we've been getting pounded with a lot of them lately. Um, Such is life. We have, must be recording. I needed to sneeze. Um, we have a German mosh pit coming in here from the left side of the board. We have two German tanks in there. One of them's right here, and one of them's right here. And they are coming in at bold. And actually, I forgot to put bold on the tankers. We don't have the elite crew we had last time. Hopefully, we can get these guys going past us. Last time, I think I only had one tank to deal with, too, or I can't remember at this point. Um, but I can tell you what I do is I avoid them at all costs. And if I can get a shot on them, I can get a shot on them. Otherwise, I'm going to try and move my guys out of their way. That's my survival tactic against tanks. We do have a tank, and I will get to him in a second as soon as I'm done showing. Done putting all these guys morale on, so I don't forget. They're not really elite qualities. The only one I really got to worry about is that gunner up top, and he gets a -3, so that's not too bad. I'm actually happy with the draws because the last time I had like elite almost everybody in the tank crews. These are more like an average to below average. Actually, look like more about average crews. So um, we stand a chance. On the other hand, we have an M4A3, and then we got a piss poor co-driver gunner. He's probably a newbie, like the guy in Fury. We did got a decent commander though, and a decent gunner, and a decent loader, and a decent driver. So we should be able to do something. I haven't put their orders in them yet. I guess we should have done that. Actually, there ain't much to put orders on for. I have them sitting up here on the hill. My plan is if you saw my last one, it's just to have them probably keep backing up and down this hill here, right here, and taking shots as we get them. Load up, go up and shoot. Load up, go up and shoot, and that way we're not risking our tank getting shot. I have so actually he's going to be sitting there for the first turn, so everybody's going to be on spot orders. I don't think I'll put these guys on aim fire, but I really don't think that's going to come into play on the first. Put all the aim fires on there. Everybody else is going to be all spotting, so we get that extra modifier. And I'm going to have him start with his hatch open. And we're going to have AP loaded in. I'm hoping to see a tank first. Um, you know what? Maybe belay that. Maybe we'll just go ahead and put a HE in there. And if we have to, we fire the HE at the tank. All right. Um, I have my 1919. We get a 1919, so I have that down here. Try and spray this area with fire as they come through. And I have Private Hayes with plank security up here where he can duck down and back real quick too if he needs to. All these guys are really good to try to throw back and forth. Yeah, I put them in the foxholes don't really offer a lot of cover from the fire in this game. They're good for spotting, but not for fire. So I took them off the hill because there's no cover up there. I put them in behind the logs down below. Yes, it's going to limit their fire a little bit, but I think in the long run it's going to probably be better. I don't know. I might change my mind on that. I guess it's not too late to flip flop these two because I still would like him to be able to see up here some too. That's the farthest forward we can set up. We're limited to set up between 24 and 28. Um, if I put him there, at least we can fire up into here to help our center some and fire down into here decent amount. Right here, he's limited. We can only fire him around here. Yeah, let's do that before we get too far. I don't think that's breaking the rules to flip flop them two around. And all my guys are going to have aim fire orders on them. And we do not have the luxury of any extra morale, so we're just going to go ahead and aim fire. All right, and we're showcasing the new foxhole counters are made up so they're easier to see that you're actually in a foxhole. And if you need to see the train under them, you do what you usually do anyway, and that's just hide the pieces and look see what's under them. So I think that works out a lot better. You don't have to go fumbling around with counters trying to find guys. And the other good thing is when they do move, you just select your guy and move off of them, and boom, it stays there. So hopefully that adds to the playability a little bit. I like them, and I think the play testers all came back that they like the new smoke and terrain counters too. It helps them a lot not miss things. So there's my orders. The German orders, we'll have to roll for them. I do have a 105 barrage that's got to come down. I'll roll for that. Then I'll put the German orders on and I'll do that off screen. I'll do the barrage live. Um, so for the barrage, we're going to roll a d6 plus 2. That's my rolling. If it ain't max, it ain't mine. Um, Enemy, indirect fire. Actually, indirect fire right there. Enemy 105s. We're going to get 8 of them. All right, let's start doing these then. First one's going to drop down in 2718. That's scary. And I expect all these to be probably hitting up my way, so we're just going to go ahead and put them right there. Next one is going to drop down on 2413. That's really scary too. Um, Next one, 3012. Not as scary, but it still could drift back into us. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know. As soon as I started sneezing, now the plumbing's letting loose. 2413. 2 is 2014. 9, 1210. Short round. I like short rounds. 5 is 2807. And the last one, 8, 2306. Yeah, that's going that could be trouble too. All right, let's go into the scatter. Let's go ahead and bring over the marker so we can do this properly. Let's start scattering these bad boys. Oops, D6, Greg. 2. It's going direction 2, which is away from us. That's going 4 hexes right to there. For the 105, we're going to check for, I think it's a 3 for woods for fire, and we're going to check for crater too. Trees 2. Long grass is 3. Um, all right, so we're going to check first for the crater. 4, 0, that's going to be a crater. So place a crater. Going to place a smoke. And we got to check for fire. 2 or less. 0, got fire 2. Getting it all. The fire markers I did not make huge like that. Smoke. Smoke are made movable so you can clone them easy and do the, oh boy, I didn't mean to do that. Undo the clone. Try to put a label on them so I know that it's a 105. Put a force smoke on it. And then when I clone them, I'm good to go. All right, so that's the first one. One back here on the hill. Dropping on direction 1 straight down. That doesn't worry me too much. Oops, why am I doing D10s? Goes right to there. Nothing to catch fire. We got a 4, which is going to be a crater. And of course, we're going to get a smoke. And that He's going to remove, and there we have crater and smoke. Next over, going direction 2, right towards us, but I don't think that's going to get to us. 4, came damn close though, didn't it? Check for a crater, which is 4. No. Check for fire, which is 2. Yes. So we're going to put a fire down, and we're going to put a smoke down. And we're going to put a 4 smoke. And actually on this, you don't do it to the fire hex itself, but the fire hex does create a regular smoke. And actually, because I'm a little forgetful, I like to get that smoke out there right away. So I did put a fading smoke on the fire. So let's go ahead and do that too on both of these. And to select them, you just hit shift to select them when they're locked in like that. And we put a fading smoke, so you can still see what's in there pretty easily. And then if not, you just kind of hover over it real quick. Really, the only effect on gameplay has made it better in my opinion. Down here, this one's going to go to drift 4, which is straight up, doesn't worry me too much. Going 5 hexes up to here. Long grass is 3, so crater is 7. No. Long grass is 6. No. So we're just going to get a smoke there. Let's change that label to 4 smoke. And we can get rid of the howitzer then. All right, now 5, 6, 2 of them right there, 7 and 8. Yes, we still haven't lost any. First one's going to drift 3, which is away from us. 3 hexes, very nice, right out there. That's going to be a crater of 8. Nope, and just a smoke then, because there's nothing can burn there. We can get rid of that, and we can put 4 smoke on there. Next one. He's going to drift 2. Good, away from us. 1. Just far enough away to not cause us a morale check. That is awesome. We do get a crater on that one and a smoke. We can get rid of the howitzer. Put change label of 4 smoke on the, so we know when we're spreading the smoke how far we got to go. This one right here is going to drift direction 5, which is back towards us. Ouch. 1. Good. Good, good, good. Didn't go far enough to do anything. 2 is going to be a crater. And the only thing it's going to do is screw up our visibility. Remove that, and we're going to put change label 4 smoke on that one. So far we're doing good. One more to risk, and that one's, as long as we don't roll a 3, we're all right. And we roll a 6, and that's fine. 6 is going to go away from us back this way. 3 hexes. Crater. 8, nothing. Fire, nothing, just a smoke. We can get rid of him. And we can put 4 smoke down. Oh shit, I put fire on there and I should not have done that. Hit the wrong button. That's, oh good lord. Making matters worse here. Alright, and there is the artillery barrage. So all that did was it's going to screw up our viewing for one of the better part of 8 turns. So yeah, it's going to mess things up a little bit. But the only one it's really going to hurt is my SMG, and I have him there basically just to cover here, and I'm probably going to run him up to here anyway and get a better field of fire. So yeah, our MG doesn't have as much field of fire as I'd like, but for the most part, our fields of fire are still where I'd like them to be. I'll probably move Ransom up to here too. All this depends on what happens with the tanks. Last time I think I defended the woods, I put one here and one there, and then it didn't last long because the tanks came up and we just kind of moved guys around. All right, I'm going to pause this quick. We'll set up the German orders and do the first turn. It will not be a quick turn, so I may start a new video on that, but I'll do the orders first and we'll be right back. Glad I did that. I realized we forgot 3, 6, 7. Yes, we did. We forgot the short round over here, which isn't going to hit anybody. Probably isn't even going to affect anything a little bit, but it's right in the middle of the battlefield. I better put that in. So we're looking at a we got to roll a D10, Greg, not a D5. 20 O's. No, 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 no. We are scattering. So we're going scatter direction 5, which is back towards us. 6. Damn, that's landing right there. So it will. It's going to mess up our view even more. So we go for a crater. 9, nothing. Fire 2, yes. So we'll place a fire. Get this out of the way. Actually, no. Place a smoke. And then we'll place a fading smoke on him. Shift and fading. And actually, I ought to put, I'll do that when we go back to it. For this fading smoke, that's a fire, and you get a smoke value of 3, I think it is. I got to double check that one. So we got a lot of smoke happening already. A lot of smoke and a lot of fire. It's all going to be blowing up that way, too, so it's going to mask the whole freaking battlefield real nice. I've run into this before. It's going to mask the battlefield nice and kind of cause things to be tight, close-in fighting. So let's see, we're at 16 minutes. I'm going to play the turn. If it's an hour-long video, it's an hour-long video. Um, we're going to have to set up the tracker. We need initiative cards for both German tanks and all the Germans. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Germans, and then 1 each for the German tanks. I'm going to put them down here. That'll be B. That'll be A. And our initiative, which I should have drawn already and I didn't. You know what? Maybe I'm going to take that enemy event and get rid of that right away. That's good initiative, though. Yeah, but if it's artillery or something, we get that done early while the rest of it's in there. Let's go ahead and do that one. That's going to be our initiative, so we have to roll for an enemy event. And in this one, they use the default defending. So we roll a 9. Looks worse than it is. Remove a light wound from an enemy character. Furthest from friendly characters first. That's perfect, because that's not going to hurt us at all. So that's going to work out fine. Then we need to draw an initiative card for the friendly tank, which is going to run off the initiative for Alpha. Or Able, rather. See, I still got my modern. It's hard. I'm a Marine from the 80s, so it's Alpha Bravo Charlie for me, and not Able Baker Charlie. So it's hard for me to readjust to that. You'll see me make that mistake quite a few times. You make me, yeah, I just make a few mistakes. What the hell am I talking about? I'm definitely not the perfect gamer. I'm just a gamer. Um, all right, so this is where it gets confusing. Doing all these different initiatives, and actually, I'm gonna pull him down here so I can see that better. Our best is 10 and 12, so we'll go with red, white, Baker, Able. And then Charlie, blue. I'm going to start slowing down a little bit now because we got to start looking at other cards. Charlie, blue. Sherman. Or we're up to what, 7 now? Yeah. And then Tank A, Tank B. And last but not least, or will be maybe least, is yellow. And there we have our initiative, full track. And it is daylight. There is no range restrictions other than the smoke, which is just plastered the battlefield. We don't need these anymore, so we can go ahead and discard all them. And start the turn up. Starting with um, red. And I'm sorry, I'm spacing things because those of you, if you're watching this, that are testing for me and that I just changed some things, I forgot that I added into the ability to mark these as used or unused. Actually, it's good for the rest of you to see also, so you don't have to move your counters all over the place. And when you return them to the holding box, they will automatically clear out. So I forgot to put in that in my how-to video. All right, so red. Red goes first. Sprinting 5. Direction 5 is straight up. So he's going to go 1. He's going to wind up at the top of the board. Sneaking's not doing anything. Evading 5 right to there. Evading 6 right to there. Evading 6 right to there. Sneaking 6 can't do anything. And evading 6 to there. That is red. We go to white. Sprinting 5 headed for the top of the board too. Sprinting 6. Let's go to this guy first. So this guy can tail him. We got an evading 5, evading 5. Wow, mosh pit. Sprint 6, sneaking, can't do anything. Yeah, these get ugly in the beginning, but they spread out nicely. That brings up Baker. We're just sitting there waiting for somebody to come into our line of sight. Abel, exact same. Charlie, exact same. Blue, evading 5. He's going to go up to there. Gotta check these because I sometimes I have a hard time seeing if they're stacked or not unless they're open like this. Evade 6, so he's going to come down to here. Evading 6 down to there. Not a lot of blue in this one. And as for piece counts and stuff, which is good, I thought about that. The availability is there for um, machine guns and medics. All right, he can see down to there, there, and then all along here to right around there. All right, so we don't have to check anybody yet. SCM-4, Panzer 4A. He has a head slow 6 orders. And 6 is down, so he's going right to there. Nothing else they can do. He's buried behind trees. We go to Panzer B. He's got a head 6 also. I know this, but I'll pull that down so you can see it. A head slow 6. He is going to go into the trees, so that head slow 6 is going to change to a crawl 6, as per the rule. Replace with crawl. And I put a replace with crawl in there to make that easy. You just got to dial the numbers in. And actually, I got to look. I tried to mess around some. I think I did it with this one with keep current state, and it just doesn't seem to work well. So I tried, but I'll check it again. Maybe in the next update they'll fix something like that. That brings up yellow, and he is sprinting 5. Evading 6. Sneaking 6, not doing anything. Sneaking 5, not doing anything. Evading 6, he's sticking with the tank. Probably a smart move. The last time a tank's got ahead of the um, troops, and I'm trying to remember. One of them got through. We destroyed one. What happened to the other one? Or maybe I'm getting scenarios mixed up. If they come up to the front, and unless I got oh shit, you know what I forgot to show you guys is where I put my bazooka and BAR. I have my bazooka and BAR here because there was going to be a nice lane of for sighting up here, and that was going to be awesome. but the smoke's going to kill that. And I started out with the bazooka unloaded. I had them on aim fire right now, but I think next turn we're going to put the we're going to go ahead and put the round in the chamber and have that ready to go too. So I have the bazooka covering one side of the field, the tank the other, and hopefully we can take these guys out. If not, I will do my best to avoid them and just let them go off the side. They'll rip a crew apart. Oh crap! The other thing I forgot to do. See, I'm forgetting a lot already. Reinforcements. I like to use these. These are the setup counters. I can't profess to making these up. These came from Nigel's module. I just copied them over into mine. And I use them for the setup. And once I put the predefined scenarios in, these will be in the starting locations of the troops that you're having starting in your predefined scenarios. Um, they will, if you put them on the board, they will draw a guy from Cup A or whatever. So you don't have to need to worry about. But in scenarios where there's reinforcements such as this one, we are a large force. So against a large force, it says put the we bring check for reinforcements in 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If the roll was D 3 to 9, then place reinforcements. So what I do to remind myself is I just bring this up and I change the location module label. Good lord. Um, D10 3 to 9. Then I know what I'm doing, and I don't have to keep looking at the scenario rules and stuff. And then I'll just clone that and put them in all the hexes that it goes. And if I do roll them for reinforcements, then I'll go down and clone these up for all the locations and draw my counters down. Be wary though, because the one of the drawbacks, and it might be because we're working through an extension and everything, is that it takes a little while if you do more than one of these at a time. It'll take a little while for them to port down through the game, but they work. Um, so the reinforcements are now set up, and that's 5 each turn that we roll for them, and there's a pretty damn good chance we're going to roll for them. I think it's a 70% chance each turn of reinforcements, which with me means that we're probably going to get 25 more guys on the board. And confidence tracker, forgot to get you guys on that. 25 of my guys have put me over the top. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I may have to start over here again too. The current total against us with tanks is 32, 22 infantry and 5 each crew, and their breaking point will be 15, and their surrender point will be 7, and ours is 15. We have 10 regular guys and 5 tank crew, plus we have the break contact at 8 and the surrender at 4. Every time reinforcements come in, we'll add the number of reinforcements to that and their current condition too. Anyway, enough BSing, Greg. Back to the game. That's the end of impulse number 1. We go to impulse number 2. And actually, you know what? I ought to do this so everybody can see it. At the end of the impulse, it's easy. Just go ahead and select them all like this and hit unused, and they'll click on back. And then you just move the impulse marker up to the next impulse, and they're already deselected, so you're ready for the next impulse. Try to make it easy. Try to make it so we'll let the computer do the work. You still get the board game feel, but the computer's doing the work for you. Red. He's sprinting 5. So we're going to start juggling around our calendars here a little bit. Sprinting 5 right to there. And what I do, and it's not a roll, this is my house rule, is when I get to the edge of the board, I usually use the vehicle impassable terrain chart to determine the direction these guys will start going. Because we're going to have a few of them doing that in this game. Evade 5 right to there. Sneaking 6, he can go, so he's going to sneak 6 down to there. We got an evade 6, which is to there. We got an evade 6 here, which goes to there. Sneaking 6 goes to there, and evading 6 goes to there. Go to white. Sprinting 5. Sprinting 6. Let's clear out. This is where we want to clear out the guys in front of them. So I'm going to do a thing. So you're supposed to work down and to the right, down and from the left. But I'm going to, to clean things up a little bit here, I'm going to go ahead and do these guys over here first to get them out of the way. He's going to evade 5. This guy is a sprint 6 to there. He is an evade 6 this time, so he will come down to here. And this guy is a sprint 6, so he's going to join him. This guy's a sprint 6, going down to there. And a sneak 5, he will go right to there. And that's it for white. Baker, not doing anything. Abel, not doing anything. Charlie, not doing anything. Blue, evading. He's evading 6. He's gone down to there. And they do have Panzerfaust too. I forgot about that. But honestly, in all the scenarios I've played with Panzerfaust, they have never really come into play. Um, Probably because as soon as I know somebody gets one, that's my target. Yes, they do get them, but they very rarely get a chance to fire them. I have not had them fire them a lot. And I don't use the tracker. I just grab out Julia Vassal. We got lots of pieces, so you can grab out a piece for each one. That way, if they drop them on the battlefield, you know where they dropped at, so another German can pick them up if they so desire. You can make a house rule on that. I know they wouldn't be leaving them laying on the battlefield in an active battle. I could tell you that. Um, Evade 5. We're going up here this time. Guess we ought to move this a little out of the way again. And then we're going to evade 6 down to there. And blue is done. We go to the M4A3, and he's just sitting up there waiting for somebody to come into range, so he's not doing anything. Panzer A is going to go ahead slow. And I am really shortcutting this because I know there's nobody they can see, but you really need to go through the progression one by one because it makes a difference on how they can fire and stuff. If they don't have a spot, a lot of times it's like your infantry. They've got to be able to have a target or be able to see somebody before they fire. And so it goes commander, driver, gunner, loader, and I cut this out of the rule book and I pasted it to each vehicle sheet so we would remember this is how we got to go. So anyway, I'm shortcutting it right now in case you're wondering. I know that all we're going to be doing is moving. There's nobody to see or fire at. So he's a head slow 6, and he's going to enter the tree. So he too is going to go to a crawl. If I can get it to work, there we go. I don't know, having difficulties today with everything I seem to be touching. All right, that's it for him. We go to Panzer B. He's going to crawl right to there. It's going to take a while for forces to mash up here, but when they do, it's going to be a hectic battle. This guy's a sprint 6. He can sprint to here, and he's going to stop there because the rocks. He would have to go in there and duck back. But next turn, he's able to move freely, so he will stop there and then move next turn. Evade. He's evading 5 this time, so he's going to mosh up to here with him. Yes, he gets to be a mosh pit for a while. I keep calling him that because I don't know how else to describe him. We got a sneak 6 down here and a sneak 5, so they're going to be best friends for a couple of turns. And this guy's evading 6, and he is definitely sticking with the tank, which is probably a smart move. And that's it for impulse number 2. We go to impulse number 3, starting out with red. He is sprinting 5, so we're going to draw up that, and I actually saw this in my artwork, and I haven't put it into the game yet, because I'm not sure at this point which charts I'm keeping and which charts I'm not. They're not, all the charts you see in this game are not going to be in here when it gets distributed. Some will, some won't. I just got to figure out which ones I'm going to take out. Vehicle charts, I'm damn sure I'm taking them out. Uh, Campaign skills, I'll definitely leave that in there because that shows you guys the icons that I've made for each one so you can identify them on the counters. So that one will stay. You see he's got quick reactions there. Um, But a lot of these are probably going to go away. I'll leave a couple in there, but most of the vehicle ones are probably going to go away. I'll leave the ones that were originally in the original game. Try to do as minimal as possible so that the game doesn't get. There's not. It's not possible for somebody to just download it and play it. I really, the amount of work going into this, I really want people to support Ross and Compass and all the work they did in this. It's a really a complicated game. The amount of work that went into this just blows my mind sometimes when I'm playing it. I'm doing my second campaign right now, and I still have not done everything once. Or, and so there's still things in there I haven't done once, missions I haven't played yet. So anyway, quit BSing, Greg. Back to the basics. Anyway, he's a sprint 5, so his new direction's going to be 4-5 or 6-5, and he can't go 4, so it's going to be 6-5. I will allow him to continue on his 5. Actually, you know what? We'll just go ahead and do him 6 right now. You know what? No, we'll take him up there and down. Change his direction right there. So he'll start his new direction there. It's not going to matter. He's going to be ending up. Um, no, what? No, it would actually be better if I took him this way. He'll wind up there. We'll just go ahead and do it right away. Sneak 6. That rule actually hurts me, by the way, and I don't mind. It keeps the Germans moving more instead of having them all bunch up on the edge of the board. I've had it really bite me in the ass before where they end up doing a serious flank attack that I almost cannot withstand because they're still moving and they normally would be just all hanging out around the top of the board. So that's a rule I stand by. Evade 6, evade 6. A lot of evade 6. They're sticking with the tank. White. Sprinting 5, and he's going to do the same thing. We'll just go ahead and do him to a 6-5. And he's going to move down to here. Evade 5, going to there. Yeah, I'll be putting a heavy attack on my flank. Sprinting 6 is to there. This guy is evading 5. He's going to go to there. This guy's going to sprint 6, so we're going to flip-flop here. This guy's sprinting 6 to there. He's sneaking, can't do anything. That's it for white. Baker, Charlie, and Abel are all sitting tight. Blue, evading. We're on 5 this time, so he's coming up to there. Evading 6, he's gone down to there. Evading 6, he's gone down to there. Not a lot of blue. Bet you I got a machine gunner from them, though. Sherman can't see anybody. Panzer A. He's just going to move forward to right there. Panzer B. Just going to move forward to right there. And that brings up yellow. Sprinting. We're going direction 5 this time. So he's going right to there. This guy's evading. We're going direction 6. He's coming down to here. Sneaking. Can't do anything. Sneaking can't do anything. Evading 6. Following the tank. And that's it for yellow. We go into impulse number 4. And we start out with red. So this guy's sprinting 5 now. He's going to go right to there and duck back as per the rule. He's going to sneak 6 right to there. This guy is going to evade 5 right to there. Evading 6 right to there. He's evading 6 right to there. Sneaking 6 right to there. And he's evading 6 right to there. Brings up white. Sprinting, and we're going direction 5 this time, so he's going right to there. This guy's evading 5. This guy's evading 6. Sneaking 5, he'll go right to there. Sprinting 6, right to there. He's going to leapfrog to there. He's going to go right to there. And that's going to be it for white. And go to Baker, Abel, and Charlie. They're all sitting there waiting for targets. Blue. Evade 6. Evade 5. Evade 6. Sit for blue. M4 just sitting there waiting. Panzer A. He's going to crawl one more hex. And Panzer B is going to crawl one more hex. They, so far, and this is going to probably change, are coming after my Sherman. So actually he can move. I'm going to leave him where he is. He can see right along this axis right now. We can always change our point of view. I could put him on a. I think what I probably would do with him, the way the things. Next turn, I'll put him on a crawl, move him up to here, turn him there, and let him sit there. That way, he covers everything down to this tree and up to there, and then he can just back down and off this hill all the time. That's what I did last time, and it kept him alive. Yellow, yellow, yellow. We did not do yellow yet. He is sprinting 6 down to there. He is evading 5. He's going up to here. We got a sneak 5 up to here. And a sneak 6 down to here. And this guy's evading 6, so he is definitely sticking with the tank. And that is it for turn number 4. So what we're going to do is, and I'll show you this so everybody that ever gets this module when we release it, or those of you who are testing, we return to the holding box and they are all set at unused again. And then we just put the impulse marker back. We go to turn 2. I'm going to pull this down and roll for that right now. I know you're supposed to do it at the beginning of the turn, but I do it now before I forget, and I can clean my turn marker up a little bit. So we're going to roll a d10 for that. We get a 3, so we will get reinforcements. The reinforcements come in on, I'm going to draw them in, but I'm not going to put any orders or anything on them yet. 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Just to give everybody a show of how I do this. So we just clone that up, clone that up, clone that up, clone that up, and then you'll see the delay here. This is the only problem I have, and it just takes a little while, that's all, but it still works. And it might be because this is kind of working with an extension. Also, global properties are known to slow things down a little bit, and you don't have to use them. It's to most part, I just draw things out of the cup, but there you have it. I mean, if you can't live with that, draw them out of the cup. And it's a lot slower when you do them one by one. You're asking the vassal to do a lot, and you're just using Java. So, what we need to worry about at the end of the turn is we'll start doing some smoke drift here. I usually do it on the first turn on this, but it may not be 100% correct, but it is what it is. We got to remember. Actually, we got to roll for fire first. I got books all over the place here. I got pages falling out of my rule books already too. I got to put them in some kind of a binder. Watching what I spend right now. We still have my legs still have me out of work, and I haven't heard anything from. Well, I did hear from Social Security today, so they're asking questions. So at least things are progressing. Oh, boy, I'm looking for the fire, and all of a sudden I can't find it. Right there in front of me. I'm pretty sure it's if a 9 they extinguish. Um, yeah, 9, it's extinguished, and if it's less than the fire growth, the terrain downwind, then it is going to spread. And in this case, there's nothing to spread to, so we just check to see if it extinguishes. And that one actually extinguishes. So I will remove the fading smoke right now. And again, we get rid of the. We're going to remove that. Now all we need to do is clone the smoke and put one of them there. This one here's got a fire we need to check also. I go, wow, another 9. This one here is just the smoke. This one here is just the smoke. This one here is just the smoke. This one here is a fire, and that can spread. Trees are 2. A 5 doesn't spread, doesn't go away. So what we're going to do is we're going to clone both the regular smoke and the fading smoke from the fire. The fading smoke will have a range of 3, or a smoke of 3. Down here we just have the smoke. It will be a mess. It will definitely be a mess. If I don't mess this up, I will be highly surprised. And we got to remember these are 2 separate ones, so I got to, you know what? Let me get rid of this one real quick. Oh boy, I'm hitting clone. Let me put a different label on that. I'm gonna go smoke A or smoke A, so we know when we get down here that we still need to clone them. All right, I think that is everybody. Nothing else we need to check, so we go ahead and hit all the moves off. We go ahead and hit all the orders off, and we will be back for turn number 2. Combat 2 by Compass Games, designed by Ross and Mertel. We are in the opening phases of the defense of the Hurtgen Forest. We got a sizable force coming against us and a couple of tanks. See you guys next time. Thanks for joining me. You all have a great day.